Okay, guys, we're going to do a couple more. We are going to come back to example 4 in a few minutes. It is a really difficult problem, and I just want to continue doing these for a little while. Okay, so example 5 and 6, we're going to do these, and we're going to, again, isolate the exponent part first, and then we're going to solve for the variable. So let's just remember that we are here on the Just Math Y'all channel. Just don't want to forget that that's where we're at. And if you need other videos, if you're my students, you can contact me and request a video. So here we go. We're going to we're going to isolate the exponent part. Now in this particular problem, if you'll notice, the e is the only thing with an exponent. So we're going to isolate it by, first of all, adding 5 to both sides. And so that's going to give me e to the 2x minus 7 is equal to, hopefully, 18,623. Or at least that's what I hope it is. All right. And then we're going to natural log both sides. So our step 1, let's just review our steps. Our step 1 was to isolate the exponent part. And then step 2 is going to natural log both sides. Now this has got an e problem. So that means something cool is going to happen that doesn't happen on the other ones. So let's look and see. So I'm going to natural log both sides. Okay, and just like we've done before, the exponent gets to move out front. So that becomes a multiplier. And there we go. Now, this right here, natural log of e, is actually equal to 1. This does not happen on the other equations, only the equations that have e. All right, they have this inverse property going on. Remember that natural log is log base e of e. Whenever you have this situation, no matter what your numbers are, whether they be e or whether they be 2 or whether they're 10, you get 1. This is always 1. So like if I had a log base 2 of 2, that would also be 1. Okay, so natural log of e is 1. So that's gone. So now I have 2x minus 7 is equal to this really ugly calculator thing here. And now I'm going to solve for x. So solving for x now just requires a little bit of, solve for x. So I'm going to add 7 to both sides. Okay, so that gives me 2x is equal to natural log 18623 plus 7, because remember that closes that parentheses there. And then I'm going to divide both sides by 2 or divide everything by 2. And that is my official exact answer right there. And then to get an approximated answer, I have to pull out my calculator and try not to let my calculator slow me down. I'm going to hit clear, and I'm going to do natural log of 18,623, close my parentheses, plus 7 equals, divide by 2 equals, and I get 8.416568. And depending on how I want to round it to, let's do 3 this time. If I am asked to round it to 3 decimals or to the thousandths place, that's going to give me 8.417. Please read your instructions to see which one you need to round to. Okay, let's do this next one. This next one, we have 5 has an exponent on it, is already isolated. So now I'm going to go ahead and move into step 2, which is to natural log both sides. So I'm going to natural log that side, and I'm going to natural log that side. All right, and then I get to take my exponent and move it in front. So then I have 0.7x times natural log 5 is equal to natural log 453. And I have to solve for x. Now, we all recognize that x is being multiplied by two things, right? So we basically, to solve for x, we need to divide by those two things. So let's do that. So to get x by itself, I'm looking for a good color, I can divide by the 0.7 on both sides, and I can divide by the natural log 5 on both sides. And that gives me my x, and that's my exact answer. That is the exact answer right there. Okay, now again, to get my decimal approximation, I'm going to use my calculator. Be very careful in this one. Let's see how we're going to do this. We're going to do natural log of 453, close my parentheses, and then I'm going to hit divide. All right, and I'm going to open a set of parentheses. I don't want my calculator to do something wrong. I'll have two sets of parentheses there. So I'm going to have open 0.7 natural log 5 close parentheses equal. And so I have 5.4285963. And so again, depending on what you've been asked to round to, will depend on what you do. Let's do 3 again. So this will be 5.429. I'm asked to do 3 places. Okie dokie. Getting tougher and tougher. Use that calculator. It'll help.